Welcome to Leicester Museum and Art Gallery, located on the historic New Walk. This tree-lined route is a rare example of a Georgian pedestrianised promenade. Laid out by the Corporation of Leicester in 1785, the walkway was intended to connect Welford Place with the racecourse, now Victoria Park, and is said to follow the line of a Roman trackway, the Via Divana. When it was first laid out, it was called Queen's Walk, after Queen Charlotte, wife of George III. The museum building started life as the Nonconformist Leicester Proprietary School, designed in 1836 by Joseph Hansom, inventor of the horse-drawn cab. In 1848, the school was bought by the Leicester Corporation, with the idea of converting it to a public museum. It opened in 1849 and was one of the first council-run museums to be established in the country. When it opened more than 170 years ago, the museum was free to enter, a tradition that continues to this day. The museum entrance is a grand portico with 4 10-metre-high white columns supporting a large triangular pediment on top. As you enter the foyer, there is a sweeping spiral staircase to the right, the shape of which was inspired by an ammonite shell. On the floor in the foyer area is a mosaic depicting a legless white wyvern and the Latin motto Semper Idem, which means always the same. The legless wyvern and the motto are taken from the official crest of Leicester, which was first recorded in the year 1619. On the ground floor is the reception desk, cafe and shop. Please speak to the museum staff if you have any questions about your visit. On the ground floor you will also find the Dinosaur Gallery, one of our most popular spaces for families and visitors of all ages. The centrepiece of this gallery is the 13-metre-long, 4-metre-tall Cetiosaurus, named the Rutland dinosaur after it was discovered in a quarry in the county in 1968. It belonged to a group of dinosaurs called sauropods, or more commonly known as brontosaurs. This species has 4 strong legs, long necks, small heads and long tails. The Rutland dinosaur skeleton is displayed in the centre of the gallery. Stretching from one side to the other, it dominates the space and gives a sense of just how massive these creatures were. It would have weighed around 9 tons when it was alive. In the Dinosaur Gallery, you will find 2 displays that can be touched. One of them is the fossilised remains of an ichthyosaur, a dolphin-like marine reptile that went extinct over 90 million years ago. The other is a specially created 3D model of a fossilised footprint. The dinosaur that left the footprint is only known by this footprint. No fossilised remains have ever been found. We encourage you to explore both of these resources and try holding hands with a dinosaur. The splendid Victorian Art Gallery also forms part of the ground floor of the museum. This ornate gallery was originally added to the museum as a lecture hall in 1876 and is renowned for its wonderful acoustics. There are regular classical music concerts held in this room by performers from around the world. The gallery walls are painted a deep red colour with a highly decorated ceiling in creams, greens and golds. There are many Victorian and earlier artworks on display, most in ornate gilded frames. Some of the artworks depict famous landmarks, such as St. Paul's by Henry Dawson. showing the famous London Cathedral as seen from the banks of the River Thames, painted in 1860. Other artworks show wealthy families, such as the Wollaston family by William Hogarth, painted in 1730. This painting is of a large, wealthy family posing in a wood-panelled room, surrounded by beautiful furniture and artworks. The oldest painting in the gallery is called St. John the Baptist Entering the Wilderness by Lorenzo Monaco. It shows a robed figure with a gold halo entering a mountain cave. Painted in the early 1400s, it formed part of the Carmine altarpiece, a large painted panel that celebrated the life of Jesus and Mary. Other galleries on the ground floor include the Picasso Ceramics Collection, the Arts and Crafts Gallery, and a gallery about the natural world, which looks at the impact of humans on animal populations around the world. On display are natural history specimens that span the globe, from the lush jungles of South America to the wintry landscapes of the Arctic. There is also a case showing animals that have either gone extinct or are threatened by extinction. In this display is a recreation of the famous dodo, which went extinct in 1681 due to human activity. Access to the first floor of the museum is up the Ammonite-inspired staircase, or using the passenger lift located in the foyer area. Upstairs, you will find our largest gallery space, where temporary exhibitions come and go throughout each year. Ask a member of staff to find out about the current display. On the first floor you will also find the Life and Death in Ancient Egypt gallery. This popular gallery has its own dedicated audio descriptive guide. Please ask a staff member about how to access it. Please also ask about any resources or activities we have especially for our blind and visually impaired visitors. Thank you for listening to this overview of Leicester Museum and Art Gallery. We hope you enjoy your visit.